Hey, are you looking to move to Tampa, Florida? In this video, I'm going to show you around the different neighborhoods, show you different styles of homes and different price points to see what you may like and what may fit your budget. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to share with you some of the best kept secrets to the neighborhood. Let's check it out. If this is your first time to the channel, subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the very first to know everything there is to know about living in Tampa, Florida. My name is Alyssa and I'm with Keller Williams. Every day I get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you looking to make their move, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me that email so I can help you make your smooth move to Tampa. Hey, you know that Journey song? When the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay, how I love being in that city? You probably thought that song was talking about San Francisco, but did you know that song could also be talking about Tampa? Here we are on Bayshore Boulevard, and it gives you one of the very best views of the bay in the city. You'll also see that it has amazing condos that have exquisite views of the water. Bayshore Boulevard is actually one of the longest sidewalks in all the country, and like I said, it gives you exquisite views of Tampa. Our number one neighborhood on the list of top neighborhoods for Tampa is Hyde Park. As I mentioned before, Bayshore Boulevard is one of the boundaries for that. Hyde Park was established in the 1880s. It was built by railroad financier Henry B. Plant. The neighborhood was established when he built the first bridge across the Hillsborough River. So today you'll find that it's the perfect mix of the urban lifestyle with some of those historic properties. Hey, so here we are at the Anderson Frank House. This is a great example of one of the historic properties that you can find in Hyde Park. The Anderson Frank House was built by James Anderson in 1901. And it is one of the best examples today of the colonial revival style. You can tell it's a colonial revival because of its asymmetric design and the wraparound porch that's also a trademark of the Queen Anne style. Here behind me is a great example of another historic property. This is the Hutchinson House. Both the Hutchinson House and the Frank Anderson House are on the U.S. National Historic Registry. You'll find example of these type of historic properties. You'll also find homes that are historic but have been fully renovated, and as well as the modern day waterfront homes and condos. What makes this an example of the Second Empire style, also known as Napoleon III, is because it has the high Mansford roof. It has the large porch with the Corinthian columns. And this is a prime example of what that Napoleon III style is. It typically has those Corinthian columns. So here I'll walk you around the other side of the house so you can get a better view of what it looks like, just to see the type of older historic properties that it has. But don't worry if those historic properties just aren't really your thing. We have plenty of other types of properties here as well. But ones that have been fully restored can be pretty cool, and that's something that's unique to Tampa. Right, so here we are in the Hyde Park Village. So as you can see, this area is a nice area to hang out. There's all kinds of local shops and restaurants. So this is a mix of the upscale dining and shopping area here. So pretty much any type of cuisine, Italian, French, they have down here. They have Bar Taco. Over here's a great ice cream shop. Over here they have Sprinkles cupcakes, as well as plenty of shopping. Here's a West Elm, They have stuff like anthropology. So just a mix of chains and local restaurants. Then coming up around the corner, I'll show you one of the best local places. You can get a burger, Goody Goody, that's been in the Tampa area for years. But yeah, one of the most popular areas for this area is the Hyde Park Village, so that's where we're at. And over here we have the local restaurant, Goody Goody. It's a great burger place. Then coming over this way, you'll have a barber shop, jewelry store. There is a parking garage. So parking can be an issue when it gets a little bit busy, but if it's just in the regular time of day, then parking is fine. They have a great Irish pub, so if you like pub food, Irish 31 is a cool place to check out. And then right over here, we have the movie theater, Cinebistro. So that's a really good movie theater. So if you like movies, you'll have to come and check out Cinebistro. What's special about Cinebistro? On Tuesdays, they do have $5 movie night. So that's always awesome. And you can get a full dinner while watching a movie. So that's always fun too. So they have a full menu. So you can order, whether it's burgers, steaks, stuff like that, chicken fingers, they have that for you to order and they'll actually bring it to you. So they have a full service right before the movie. So come and check that out. All right, that wraps up Hyde Park. And now we're gonna jump over to the downtown area. All right, coming in at number 2 on the list for some of the most popular neighborhoods for Tampa is the downtown area. Now downtown, you'll have mostly condo buildings for residents. So whether you're an empty nester or a young professional, this is the spot for you. It's also a vibrant area for arts centers. So you're gonna find a lot of museums, a lot of restaurants, and of course the Tampa Riverwalk, which I'm by now. So the Tampa Riverwalk covers over 2 miles. Here you can pick up a nice water taxi. There's even water taxis that can take you over from St. Pete to Tampa and from Tampa to St. Pete. As you'll see that just behind me over here, you'll see the Tampa Museum of Art. And some of the buildings on this side are the University of Tampa buildings. All right, so here we are at the Stratz Center. Like I said, this is the home for any Broadway musicals, plays. They also have a restaurant here, Maestros. They also have a conservatory that offers classes for people of all different ages, but just a really fun time. So here we are. If you love Broadway, if you love seeing some of the top theater and Broadway plays and shows, then come check it out. There's a coffee shop down here. Like I said, there's all kinds of restaurants here. There's parking right across the street, but this is the Stratz Center. They also offer great music classes and dance classes and theater classes with the Patel Conservatory. So if your kid is artistic in any way, that might be a great place to have them take some classes. But they also offer classes for adults. So if you've always wanted to do some artistic classes, the conservatory is a great place for that. Then coming up over here, there's gonna be more hotels, like I said, all kinds of restaurants, because this is the part of the downtown here. And then we'll have the downtown library and the Tampa Bay Times. So you'll see right across the street here is the library, and further down is the Tampa Bay Times building. So here's just a view of what some of the downtown skyline looks like. It's especially very beautiful all lit up at night, or along different parts of the Riverwalk where you can see that downtown view is very pretty. The Riverwalk is especially nice during the parade for Gasparilla. Gasparilla is our yearly pirate parade. So every year they have a pirate parade here called Gasparilla. People get fully decked out, all in pirate outfits. So the pirates actually come onto the land. So you'll see a big pirate ship and everything. So if you're here during that time, you'll want to come down to the Riverwalk area and check that out for sure. Right here behind me, you can see another beautiful view of the river here. Like I said, it's a great area for boating. So you'll find people rowing, kayaking, all sorts of things like that. Then over this way, here's the Tampa River Center. Then just up ahead we'll see a dog park. So there's all kinds of parks. So if you love the outdoor space, this is a great area for you because you can pop off here to some of these stops or just take a nice stroll at night. It is down by all the art scene or some of the museums. There's also plenty of restaurants to stop off at, and there's all kinds of parks in the area as well. Further ahead, there's the Waterwork Park. All right, here behind me we have the Tampa Theater. It was built in 1926. It's one of the iconic theaters for Tampa. Today you can still see movies here. So they have different movies and performances that you can come and see. A lot of them are the classic films. So you're not gonna see usually modern movies here, but it is one of the classic and one of the oldest theaters for Tampa. So definitely iconic in the downtown area. And then further down this way, you have a whole host of different restaurants. You'll definitely want to check out Sammy's Pizza, Eddie and Sammy's Pizza. There's a great Greek restaurant down this way. So yeah, if you just keep walking further down from the theater, there's a whole host of restaurants on either side. All right, here behind me, I have the Tampa Bay mural for the city of Tampa. So this is known as the postcard mural. So if you're doing a walking tour of downtown and, you know, going to the Rubber Walk, or if you're really close to the Tampa Theater, just walk a few blocks down and you can get your picture at the Tampa mural for the city of Tampa. Hey, coming in at number 3 on the list for top Tampa neighborhoods is the area of Palmacia. Palmacia is of Cuban origin and it's southwest of the downtown area. Here behind me, you can see the luxurious Palmacia Country Club, which of course has an amazing golf course and the country club. It is a private club, so you will need membership or to be friends with someone that has that membership. But it is one of the best known golf courses in the Tampa area. So if you're a golfer, you definitely want to come and check it out. It does offer Olympic-sized pools and has amazing tennis courts. And you may even be able to reserve the area for pickleball, but you'll have to check with the club. It also has a restaurant and shopping area. Some other attractive things about the Palmacia neighborhood are that they do have beautiful brick streets in some of the areas, and some of the amazing homes have great views of the country club. So instead of a water view, you might want that beautiful golf course view if you're a golfer. There's also amazing restaurants and some great parks that I'll take you to see. Let's check out some of those other areas. So here we are in the Palmacia neighborhood, and there are a lot of great restaurants here. One of the best Italian restaurants in this neighborhood that you should come check out is called Matteo's. It is known for fine Italian food, so all kinds of pasta and pizza. And if you come on Mondays, they have half-price menu. So come check it out. They also have a wine bar here. And I'll show you some of the other really great restaurants. So here we have Cruise Cellars. This has a great wine bar selection. So if you love having that glass of wine at the end of the day or on the weekend, this is a great place to come. They have cured meats, cheese, and a great wine bar selection. So if you're in the neighborhood, come and check out Cruise Cellars Wine Bar. Hey, so here is one of the best custom bakeries in the Palmacia area. It's called Dough. It's even been featured on channels such as the Travel and Cooking Channel and Food Network. So here you can get custom cakes, donuts, so all kinds of those baked goods. And of course, if you're a coffee person, you'll want to pair it with an espresso. They even have a sign here that says depresso, the feeling you get when you run out of coffee. So definitely one of the best local flavored bakeries that you can get. And then walking just right over beside it is a great brunch spot called Dats. Here they're known for having an amazing brunch menu. So you can order brunch any time of day here, and as well as just a good variety of food, but it's always popular in the Palmacia area. So come check out Dats and Dough. You'll also see in this area there are several yoga studios and Pilates. So if you want to work off those pounds that you just put on going to some of these amazing restaurants, you can go and work out before or after you have that food on the weekend. Here behind me, I have the great restaurant BT Fusion. So if you like the fusion restaurants, this one is actually French and Vietnamese. So you can find all kinds of those unique dishes here. But if you like experimenting with those different styles, come check out BT Fusion. You may think of Lady Liberty in New York, but there's also a mini Statue of Liberty here in Palmacia. So come check out the beautiful statue of Lady Liberty herself. The official title is Lady Liberty Enlightening the World. Come check out the mini version of the Statue of Liberty. It's an exact replica of the one in New York. Hey, if you love fine art or have amazing paintings that you need custom framed, come check out the Michael Murphy Gallery. They've been in business for over 40 years here, and they also have a great collection of fine art. I'll walk you down a little bit so you can see some of the fine art they have on display. And like I said, they do custom framing here, so it's always great to have a custom framer. And here's some examples of some of their artwork. So if you're like to just see some of the local artists, come check this gallery out. There's also a contemporary art gallery down the road that you'll want to check out as well. So it's nice that you have a couple of different galleries to choose from, as well as many museums in the downtown area. Another great thing about the Palmacia neighborhood is that it has great parks. So especially for people with kids, you'll want to come check out some of the great parks in Palmacia. So here we are at Palmacia Playground. So you have Palmacia Park, Palmacia Lions Park, Fred Ball Park, and those are some of the main parks for the area. And they have great playgrounds for kids, as well as areas where they can play ball. There's baseball fields at some of the parks. There's a basketball court. So depending on what your kids like to do, come check that out. And then some of the playground equipment as well. So another thing that makes it a great area for families is that it's rated as one of the safest areas and neighborhoods for Tampa. So you'll want to keep that in mind, because you always want to keep your kids safe and your family safe. So that's a great feature, and the great top rated schools. As far as the style of homes in Palmacia, you'll see everything from custom homes, Mediterranean to bungalows. So it's really a great mix. So depending on what style of house you want, you can usually find it because there's a large variety of homes there. And of course, you can get that great Gulf view. All right, let's check out another neighborhood. And coming in at number 4 on the list for top Tampa neighborhoods is Davis Island. Right here, we find one of the best areas for Davis Island. You have the Davis Island Beach, and you can even take your dog here. And as you can see back behind me, we have a lovely marina where you can park your boats, and it also has a yacht club. So why Davis Island is so beautiful is because you do have that exquisite view of the bay, and many people will pay top dollar for those waterfront properties. And that's really what it's known for. Davis Island was made out of a couple of different islands, Little Grassy Island, Big Grassy Island, and it really came to be known in the 1920s when D.P. Davis built up the island. He was a land developer in the area, built it up, and he wanted this island to have a great Gatsby feel. So during the Roaring 20s and the land boom, they really built out Davis Island, and that's when it became more popular. So it is one of the more popular areas. There are local celebrities that live here in the Davis Island area. Even people like Tom Brady, Derek Jeter have had homes, waterfront homes here. Quite a few of the Tampa Bay Lightning players have homes out here. So if that's your type of property, then you'll want to, you're definitely going to want to check out Davis Island. It has exquisite, beautiful waterfront views. A lot of the styles of homes will be Mediterranean Revival, Spanish Revival, and Italian. And of course, you're gonna have custom built homes as well when you're willing to pay top dollar. Now, it is one of the more expensive areas, so the starting price is gonna be around $850,000 to $900,000. Then you're gonna have your 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, going all the way up to 15 to 20 million for some of the top properties. But as you can see, it does have that lovely view. If you're hearing some airport noise, it's because it also has a private airport. So the cool thing about Davis Island is not only do you have the beautiful views here, you can get to Hyde Park with all the great restaurants and shopping down there, or downtown very quickly. So if you want to watch the Lightning games, you can shoot over the bridge and be to the Lightning games really quick. All the cool stuff to do downtown and all the museums, different shopping. So you're not too far from lots of restaurants. So you're able to check that out. Now, the private airport is named Peter O. Knight Airport, and you also still have the option of Tampa International, and that's not too far, about a 15-minute, 20-minute if traffic's a little heavy. But you do have the Peter O. Knight Airport here on the island. And across the street, they have a dog park, so a lot of different things to see. So let's go check out some of the other features of the island. So here's a view of the dog park for Davis Island. You can see even this has a lovely waterfront view. So it's a great place to get some energy out for your pets here. And further down on this side, they have a boat ramp where you can easily put your boat into the water. And as you can see here, we're on the back side of the airport for Peter O'Grady Airport. So it's a great place if you have a private plane. And then you have a great view of the downtown. And then on the other side is Hyde Park. And here's another view of more of the boats and yachts, because you do have that yacht club. All right, over here we have the area for the Bayshore Little League. So if your kids like to play Little League baseball, this is a great spot. They also have batting cages here, as you can see. So a great place for them to warm up. Followed over here by Davis Island Park. So this is a great area for your families to have a recreational area. I also need to make a correction. The name of that private airport that's actually just down the road is Peter O. Knight. So I believe I said the wrong name earlier by my mistake. So it's Peter O. Knight Airport. It's a great private airport. But yeah, it's called. So they actually have multiple baseball fields down here. Here's a view of the small park here too. So if you have younger kids, they can play at the park while some of the older kids are playing baseball here. But this is Davis Island Park. And like I said, they have multiple baseball diamonds and some batting cages. You do have a condo building over here. So it might be harder for you to see, but we can take a look. Girls softball is also played over here. And then coming up over here, we have the Roy Jenkins pool. So that's going to be the area where it's the public pool for the area, but it's very nice. The kids can take swimming lessons and all kinds of things like that here in the summer. It's not opened year round, I don't think, but it is opened a good chunk of the year. But summer, it's obviously very busy. And then this is the area, like I said, for the Little League. And then coming up here, you have a better area to see more for the marina. But here's a view of the Roy Jenkins pool area. And then over here is the marina. So this is a great view. And as you can see, you have an awesome view downtown. And if I swing you back around over here, you can see some of these homes right here that have the awesome bay view. And depending on the angle of the home, some have a bigger waterfront view than others. And then you have some over on the other area here. All right, then coming down Davis Island Boulevard, you'll find this is where the majority of the small shops and local restaurants are. So if you do want to grab a bite to eat on Davis Island, there aren't a ton of restaurants, but there are some really nice ones over here. And then like if you can't find what you're looking for here, you can always go to the downtown area. We'll just walk through over here and you can see some of the local shops and restaurants over here. So here's a tour of some of the different restaurants here and local businesses. You have 220 East over here, Mexican restaurant. Here you have a Greek Island restaurant where you have a local pizza place. So the nice thing is all of this shops and restaurants in this area are all local. So it has a very local feel and all of them are nice for this area. You have Island Bristow over here on my right. So that's just a taste of some of the local islands over here. All right, so over here we have all kinds of local restaurants, small shops. So everything is local right here. You have your Island Bristow, you have a local pizza place. Further down you have a Greek restaurant, an Italian place. So it has a very local feel to it. So come check out that. All of those are on Davis Boulevard. Then coming over this way, you just see some of the houses along this area here that have a great view of the marina. On the other side, they're gonna have a better view of the bay, but you can see why people are willing to pay money for these beautiful waterfront views, as well as the downtown view. And here it opens up further down and right into the bay. But here's just a really good look. And as you can see, there's all kinds of different styles for these homes. You're gonna definitely find your Mediterranean revival. There's a lot of Spanish revival. There's Italian style homes here. And then of course, any of your custom built homes are gonna be over in this area. Further down in the downtown area, you can catch a ferry or the water taxi. So the water taxi actually is here. And I believe you can even catch a tour of some of these waterfront properties, which is kind of fun to do. Hey, so here we are in the courtyard for the Palace of Florence. It was built in 1925 here in Davis Island. They wanted it to have a great Gatsby feel. It's a great example of a Mediterranean revival. It also mixes the classical European style, complete with a 4-story tower. So they definitely wanted to have the great Gatsby feel. And it's modeled after a palace in Florence, Italy. Here, I'll take you up some of the steps here so you can kind of see more what it looks like. And I'll take you around the corner over here. As you can see, pink was a popular color during that time period. So a lot of the classical buildings for this area happened to be pink if they were in the 20s. So pink must have been the trending color of the 20s. In the early 2000s, this was fully remodeled. So on the inside, this is now luxury apartments. Here you can see that tower. But just a great example of that Mediterranean revival style. That is a typical style here that you'll find on Davis Island. So here we have another great example of a Mediterranean revival style. Some originally considered this the crown jewel of Davis Island when it was first built. This is the Marisol apartment building. It's since been remodeled, but still people live here. It's a very lovely building. It has over 58 luxury apartments and a one-of-a-kind penthouse view. They have all kinds of amenities from swimming pool. They even have private boat slips. So very beautiful. They fully renovated the lobby over here, but a beautiful example of that Mediterranean revival style. They have a fully remodeled lobby. So a very nice, luxurious property in that style, just right down the street from the Palace of Florence. A short walk over from the Marjorie Park or Sandra Friedman tennis courts. So if you love tennis, you can actually walk over to the tennis courts from here. So that's very nice. And you get a great skyline view of the water on the other side of this building. And over here, if you can see that, you have the downtown view as well. So you do have lovely skyline views and a water view. And they have lush landscaping. So definitely something worth checking out. But you can kind of see that's what a Mediterranean revival style looks like. You'll also see on the island Spanish revival and then a lot of custom homes, but a lot of the Mediterranean and Spanish revival and also Italian. Right here you can see behind me, here's a better view of the marina area and the yacht club. So Davis Island is a perfect place if you love boating or have a small yacht. There's also the Davis Island Trail, and it's about 2 miles of trail, so the perfect area to go biking and jogging. And the great thing is, it does have that lovely water view. So plenty of options for your outdoor exercises and activities. You can also, in some of these areas, go fishing. You just have to pay attention to some of those areas. And then there is the basin area further down here to my right. And it's just an area where kids can play the frisbee, you know, a little game of soccer, something like that. So it has a nice open field, like a small park over there. And then there are also other parks in Davis Island. So right here we have the Davis Island Garden Club. So it has a lovely set of gardens. It is a private club, but you can do great events over here. And then walking further down, we have the Marjorie Park. One of the main features of the park is the Sandra Freeman tennis courts. So they have multiple tennis courts. I'll show you some of that over here. Very well maintained, even USA level tennis. So some of the the junior tennis trains over here. But yeah, a great tennis complex. There are multiple courts over here. So come check out Marjorie Park if you like to do tennis. It's even well lit at night. Yeah, come check out Marjorie Park on Davis Island and the Garden Club. Coming in at number 5 for top Tampa neighborhoods is Beach Park. Here you can see I'm at Swan Circle Park. So it's a very picturesque park. It doesn't have amenities, but it's great for walking around. You can walk your pets. You'll find it's a very picturesque neighborhood, and it's great for families. A lot of people love it because of the location. It's close to Hyde Park. It's not far from the downtown, about 15 minutes from downtown. Some of the properties do have some of those amazing waterfront views. It's considered Old Tampa Bay as far as this area, but a little bit more affordable than Davis Island or Hyde Park. Generally the homes start in the 500,000s and go up. Beach Park was really became more popular again in the 1920s. It was first settled by Colonel Cuthbert right after the Civil War, but really started building up in the 1920s. What makes the area really desirable is just that it's great for families, has the top-rated schools, and again, some of those waterfront views. Now, the type of styles for homes, you'll have a good variety. You have your Mediterranean style revivals, you have your regular Mediterranean, you have your Spanish revivals, but then you'll also find bungalows and even Tudor style homes. So a good mix of different styles of homes depending on what you like, and different price points as well, but very beautiful. So we can take a look at some of the neighborhood here. And then also too, you're not too far from shopping. So there's not really shopping in the neighborhood. You'll have to drive a little bit, but you're not too far from International Plaza. You hit the main roads of Kennedy Boulevard, and West Shore isn't that far. So you have all kinds of shopping and restaurants. The restaurants are gonna be more on the edge of the neighborhood because this is mostly residential. If you're wondering what $450 will get you here in this area of Tampa, this lovely townhome is just under $450, and it's a little over 1,200 square feet. A 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It has amenities like a great swimming pool here. And they've remodeled the kitchen, updated the hardwood floors, have decorative lighting, and if you go around to the back, it even has a private deck. So this is a great option for you if you're looking for a great townhome, right under $450. All right, behind me here for $534,900, we have one of our classic bungalows. It's a 3-2. It's a little bit over 1,300 square feet, about 1,368. It was built in 1924. And it's full of that vintage charm, but has been fully renovated on the inside. So yeah, just a little over $500, you can get one of those classic style bungalows. And then we have in the $900,000 price range. This is a fusion of the historic type of properties along with the modern. It has a fully renovated kitchen that extends to an open floor plan for the living room, along with the guest bathroom that's very large, fully full-size walk-in closet, a fully enclosed patio. So just a lot of great modern features with that historic touch. Again, that's in the $900,000 range, and that's a 3-3, and it's 1,500 square feet. Then coming in at $1.8 million, we have this beautiful home, and it combines the classical Federalist architecture with the elegance of Southern charm. It's a 5-5 over 3,700 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath in the main house, and it also has one of the desirable in-law suites separately. So for a total of 5 bedrooms and 5 baths. It has a beautiful brick driveway with a lot of custom features, including a Bosch dishwasher, dry bar, custom walk-in closets. So here you can see this lovely home here. This is the guest house. and the main house. So for around 1.8 is your budget, this is a fabulous house for you. Hey, coming in at number 6 on the area for top Tampa neighborhoods is the area of Ballast Point. Here I am at the Ballast Point Park. Ballast Point was founded in the 1800s, so it goes back past the Civil War era. One of the important boundaries for Ballast Point is MacDill Air Force Base. So you might not think of Tampa as a military town, but it does have a huge military population with MacDill Air Force Base. That even features CENTCOM and SOCOM there. So let's check out all the features for this great park. Now, Ballast Point is known for mature oak trees. It's going to have Spanish moss, and as far as home styles you'll see in the area, you're going to have Mediterranean revivals, some colonial bungalows, so a good mix of different styles of homes, and also a few custom waterfront homes. So here you have your typical playground equipment and everything for children. What makes this a really nice park is you do have a great view of the bay along with the pier. So we're headed over to check out the pier, and it even has a great restaurant here called Taste of Boston. Let's go check out some of that. Another great feature for this park, as you can see behind me, it has a great splash pad area for your kids. So if you want your kids to stay cool in the summer heat, bring them down to the Ballast Point Park. Here, right by the pier for Ballast Point Park, you have the Taste of Boston restaurant. So if you love seafood and great ice cream, then come check this out. So especially if you like the type of food served in New England, you've got to come check that out. And then you also have a great waterfront view. So you have some of the downtown and bayshore views here, and a great view of the bay. And then coming down here, people do go fishing, and they have a great area for the pier here. So, hey, I'll just take you and show you some of the pier, and you have some of the downtown. So definitely a park worth checking out on those hot summer days. And you can get a nice cool summer treat with some ice cream at the Taste of Boston. So here we have a great view of the bay here. And then this is the pier view. So definitely come check it out. Great area to go boating. So right by the Ballast Point Park, you'll find the Country Club and Yacht Club here for Tampa Bay. So here you'll see behind me all these beautiful boats. So there's nothing better, especially on a hot summer day, than cruising around and getting out on the bay for a nice little cruise. So if you have a yacht or a sailboat, you can launch it here at the Tampa Bay Yacht Club. If you're a member, they even have an area to store some kayaks. It also has a full country club. So of course they have dining. So you'll see that behind me over here. And if you're a member here, there are areas to store your yacht or sailboat. So if you love boating or sailing, come check out the Tampa Bay Yacht Club and Country Club. Another great area right across from the Yacht Club area where they keep all the boats, you will find a great equestrian area. So here you can see one of the horses out. So saddle up. If boating isn't your speed, maybe you can get some riding lessons or come and do some of the equestrian over here. If you're looking for great modern Italian food in Ballast Point, come check out Bocelli's. It's open every day for lunch. So great Italian food here. And a nice little area where you can eat outside when it's not too warm. And then right by that, you have the Asian kitchen. So if you like Asian food with all different types of Asian dishes, come check out the Asian kitchen. One other restaurant that you can check out here in the Ballast Point area, and it's right off Gandy, is the English Cook or cooks, as we call it. So if you want that great English breakfast, they serve a good breakfast and lunch, and that spot of English tea, come to Cooks and check that out. Here we have the Bayshore Market, where you can buy fresh flowers and potted plants, and they even serve gourmet pie and a few sweet treats. So if you're a I can buy myself flowers type of person, come and pick up some flowers for yourself. Of course, I will tell you, being in real estate, that a condo or a single family home is definitely a better investment than buying yourself flowers. But if you do want to treat yourself to some flowers, come check out the Bayshore Market. So as you can see behind me, that's an example of some of the Spanish moss. So in this area, you'll find a variety of different styles of homes in the Ballast Point area. The average price point you can find in the $450 to $500 range. You can find some homes in the 400s, and then the neighborhood on the higher end can go up to a little bit over 1 million. So a wide range of prices in this neighborhood, depending on how large the property is, if there's a waterfront view or not, if you're by the country club or not. But one of the best features of this area is if you do work at the Air Force Base, it is very close to that. So that is a great feature as well. And you're still not far from the downtown areas. You're close to Bayshore, so you can even go to the Ballast Point Park and see some of the great water views. So you have all those different things that make it a real plus. And it's a little bit more affordable than some of the prices for Hyde Park and some of those areas, or Davis Island. So it's a little bit more affordable for families. Well, that wraps up all the different neighborhoods. Like I said before, I'm Alyssa, and I would love to help you with your home search. So give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I would love to connect with you and help you find your great home in the Tampa Bay area.